Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, and obviously you clicked on this because you saw something you liked, so maybe you should consider hitting subscribe. Currently, this is my 1995 Honda Civic, K-swapped. It's turbo, forged internals, 1200cc injectors. This thing should be making about 500 horsepower when we're done. It currently runs, but we just barely got everything to the point where it can run. So we just finished the fuel system in the last video. The wiring works, stuff like that. In continuation of the last video is we're trying to get this thing to where we can run it and drive it. So one of the things that I have done since the last video is I did finally get my bearings and new hubs pressed in on the fronts. So we got the front and rear, left and right, new bearings, new hubs, and life's good. What we're working on now is we're working on our radiator and our intercooler for the turbo. In order to get this stuff mounted, we kind of have to do a little bit of a backtrack from when we did our tubular core support. Basically, we probably should be doing this, and this is something that I've been wanting to do since I cut off the core support, and that is capping off the frame rails. You saw part of the process of me making the plate. I used a piece of paper to figure out where my two holes were. Eyeballed it, kind of overshot it just a little bit because it doesn't matter. And then I bolted it on, traced it out, and then went back with the angle grinder and just kind of did it until it got something like that. As you can see, we are very close here, and it pretty much mimics everything. The point of this is to kind of just cap off where the factory bits are. So what we're going to try and do is just drill some holes and plug weld it, because that's how they did it from factory, and honestly we don't need anything fancier than that. It's just meant to look decent. But first we need to make another one over here. It's gonna take me another hour, but for you it's gonna take like 2 seconds, so hold up. So yeah, that wasn't so bad. We now got 2 end plates, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the angle grinder over here. We're gonna buzz off that primer I just put on and get some welds on the face of it. So we had a fire in the garage. Let's get back to work. Alright, so got them welded on, got them brushed down, we got them painted, we got both parts. I got my bar back on here. As expected, they're no longer lining up, so we're gonna have to chop them off up here on top, and then we'll go from there. So we're on a new day, and today it's kind of a big day because hopefully by the end of the day, junk will have a face. When we got the car had a really bashed core support. It was completely twisted down and all kinds of problems were a thing. So we cut it off, and the point was that we were gonna run a tubular core support that we made out of some 5/8 rod, and that was kind of going to be the thing. Well, once we did that, we had issues with getting the bumper lined. I had to cut out sections, and it was just kind of turning out to be a mess. So one of the things I ended up doing was I cut out a top part of the core support from an EG. So I thought, what would happen if I just used that instead? Well, today, got the best of me. So let me show you. So clearly it's not the best, I don't think, because there's still some gaps on top of the car. I don't know if these are what they do from factory or not, but this side has a little bit less of it. So I don't know what the deal is there. I'm guessing maybe this side needs to go back a little on top, but that's something we can adjust, and we'll probably look at one more time real quickly just to try and get that core support a little bit back on the driver's side. But when you open it, we still have all the room in the bottom, which is what we need. So we still got plenty of room up top. This side over here I think is actually not going back far enough towards the driver, as you can see on the paint mark there. But down here we're gonna go to our frame supports up here, and we're gonna tie the upper core support into that as part of the everything. So we're gonna go ahead and make some plates down here and build some tubular bars that come up, go across probably, and then come back down. So it kind of has like a upper brace or lower brace to support it. Don't know how exactly we're gonna do all that, but that's the idea, and that's what we're gonna try and do. Alright, so we've been out here for the better part of the day, and we threw away what we started with the core support, and we ended up just opting to use the OEM upper core support rad support thing, because I had some weird alignment issues with that one. I still don't know what really happened with it, but whatever. It solved like 99% of our problems here. We got some weird gap issues right here, but I'm not gonna cry about it, because I mean, honestly, the hood's wonky, and quite frankly, it's I'm happy with it. The hood matches the fenders. It's all pretty straight. I don't have a latch because I'm not running a latch, but whatever. And then now from here we can figure out the intercooler, and we can figure out the radiator. So that's going to be the next video, so I can close this one out and get something else going for next week, because it is Sunday. Yeah, we're almost done. Almost done. Almost done. I think after this it's like a little bit of electrical work for the lights, the blinkers, brakes, tires, and I've got all the, I gotta do a little bit of work in the lower subframe, front subframe. But after that, yeah, this thing's a roller, or it's running. We got the hubs in. I don't know if I showed that. We got the hubs in. We got them mounted up to the upper control arms. We got them mounted with the tie rods right now. Like I said, we gotta do some control arm work, and then all of it and start going back together. Anyways, take it easy. We'll see you in the next one. Later.